Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at a hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. And to do this reading, this is the deck that I'll be using. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I list them below for you guys. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. And if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Otherwise, let's take a look at your cards. And before I shuffle, I just want to let you guys know that in the next 3 days, I will not be posting any videos. I'm taking some much needed time off. And as you can see, whenever I need time off, which I will be regularly doing in the next maybe month or two, who knows for how long, I will be taking shooting 4 days, taking 3 days off until I feel like I want to go back and doing more. And so here's the thing, and I want to address this once and for all, because a lot of people have concerns and they say, hey Reem, stop shooting all these readings. I want to say that I do all of my life what I want to do, not because I'm forced to do it. Of course, there are many times where we have to be forced, but especially on this channel, I do what I want to do. If I don't feel like shooting, I will not shoot. If I feel like shooting and I feel like shooting a lot, I will do that. Because to me, this channel is not really a job. Yes, it requires a lot of hard work. There is no question about that. But you can't continue to do so much work for so many years if it's not super fulfilling and enjoyable for you. It's like anything that you love to do. Like, imagine if a person would tell their mother, stop spending so much time working hard in the garden, where it could be the mother's passion. Yes, it's a lot of hard work, but it keeps this person alive. And it's the same thing. Tarot is one of the things that I love, not just because of the creativity, not because of the intellectual aspect of it and what comes out, the surprises that come out in the card, but the fulfilling part is doing it from the heart and seeing that it actually helped someone. To explain how much soul fulfilling this is an understatement. So yeah, guys, I understand that a lot of you are only advising me, and I thank you from the heart for worrying about me. But at the same time, put yourself in my shoes. It also feels like I'm being pushed, like don't, you know? And that could also be like an unpleasant feeling for me at the same time. So I thought I should share with you my opinion about that. I am doing what I love doing. It may be a hard work that other people may not resonate with, even if they like tarot. I understand that. That doesn't take away from anyone loving tarot, enjoying it. But we all have different soul fulfilling things that we just love doing. And speaking of soul fulfilling, there's another channel that I love. I do hobbies. I actually do these hobbies on my own. The only difference is that I put the camera as I'm enjoying my time doing these hobbies in my time off. And then I put a voiceover of a reading that I see in your cards. It's so much fun. The community, as always, is lovely there. And it's a lot of fun. It's called White Feather Zodiac Tarot, and I'm going to change the name soon. But yeah, do check it out. I will be posting there for sure during the next coming days in my time off. And yeah, that is all the things that I wanted to share with you guys. And let's get straight into it. So let's pull out your 3 cards for today's reading. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I just want to say also, when it comes to these comments of take care of yourself, thank you so much. I will always cherish them. But I want to say that although most of you have good intentions, do remember that I do read the comments every day, and I know, as any comments, as any channel, there are people who just want others to go. It is what it is. So for this reason, and for my own mental health, I usually leave all of the comments most of the time, unless I feel like something is nasty or rude, or like it wasn't good at all. Most of the time I leave them. Sometimes I answer very few, very, very few times. But I want to say that the comments about stop it or don't shoot anymore, and doing something that I genuinely love and other people love receiving, I will remove this for my own mental health. Because it's kind of like going to the park and having your friend telling you, why did you come here? You have studies to do. And you're like, I finished my homework. And no, you should go home and go study. And you're like, you're getting pushed for something you genuinely don't need to like have concerns over. So first of all, thank you with every bit of my heart. I do love and I do appreciate with every bit of my heart. I can see the comments that mean well, but I just want to say it would be kinder if you guys leave me to do what I want to do. So thank you for that, and let's get straight into the cards. Right, so for pile number 1, you've got Fox. For pile number 2, you've got Cheetah. And for pile number 3, you've got Panther. All right, let's get into the process of the crystals. And see, I'm so happy you guys loved and enjoyed that process yesterday. I will keep them in the bag. I don't store them in the bag usually, so that they don't scratch each other. I have these drawers and I put each one on their own, but I'll keep it here for a while so we can have fun doing that together. Okay, I don't know. I'm tempted to go with the Mookaite Jasper today again. Why not? There are no rules. The yellows and the reds. Let's do that. And it's kind of like I'm drawn to the same crystals as yesterday, but we can do better. Let's take out, I think, so you guys can see with me. We need a yellow for sure, and we need a black one. We can always use the Onyx for this one. Unless, you know what? Look at this Aura Quartz. It's got this yellow sheen. I don't know if you can... Yeah, like that. Yeah, there we go. This yellow sheen, just like the eyes. So I'm really called to put that there. And maybe I can even turn it around. Yeah, that's totally like what I do behind the scenes. To catch the yellow light, the yellow sheen from this Rainbow Aura Quartz. Yeah, why not? It kinda catches it. Okay, well, there goes the black crystals. Maybe we can use the black one here. There's a lot of black here. So we can do that. And I believe we need the obsidian or the onyx, whichever we find first. The onyx. This onyx loves this channel. It always pops up first. Okay, so there are the crystals. Let me put everything back. And let's check out. Let me zoom in the crystals so that you can see them. Okay, so my dear soul family, for pile number 1, your crystal is the beautiful onyx. For pile number 2, your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful rainbow, or a quartz. Oh, I need to adjust that in a moment. There we go. All right. So please take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the messages you're meant to hear, particularly today regarding the hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. You never know. Maybe there are several ones, or perhaps one revelation leads to the next, So let your intuition lead the way. And yeah, once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, I will be assigning different zodiac signs for each pile. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you. And in a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. So these will be the signs for pile 1. These will be the signs for pile 2. And these will be the signs for pile number 3. Okay, so the signs for pile number 1 are Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, as well as Aries. The signs for pile number 2 are Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, as well as Gemini. And the signs for pile number 3 are Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, as well as Cancer. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your reading. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in for today's reading, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Right. If you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can have that for you, done for you. And the way I'd like to do this section is that I assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And I simply shuffle them around until I miss pulling out a card or passing on a card to the other side, which eventually happens. Right. What is your hidden blessing in your life that's about, there we go, thank you, to be revealed? So, my dear soul family, your chosen pile by Spirit in today's reading is pile number 3. Okay, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed them and that you found them to be useful, helping you get clarity in which pile you should go for. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps, as you know, down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. I can't wait to get into your reading. Love surprises. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Onyx. Your significator card is the Fox. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, as well as Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Right, let's get straight into it. This invisible tarot is with us all the way. I love it. You guys love it. Can't have enough of it yet, if ever. But what I'm planning to do is to, no, actually we don't need that much space, is to create like a pile of cards to give us an initial idea about this revelation. Along with your oracle cards and your tarot cards, I believe it's going to show us a lot. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. That's what I kind of feel, these 2 as well. So let's keep it to the side. It could be clarification, right? We'll use it as clarification. But let's take a look at your tarot cards. So excited. So you've got the 8 of Swords. Right. Someone is stuck here for some weird reason. I heard in my mind prison. So maybe someone is imprisoned. Someone is in the prison. And it doesn't have to be anyone related to you. It just could simply be showing something, right? So anyways, 8 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay. Somebody's about to get fortunate. Okay, things are changing. And the 4 of Pentacles. Lovely. Okay. Stuck in a cycle. Somebody here, either you or someone else, will find out. Someone here, 8 of Swords, is stuck in an endless cycle. Doesn't stop. And then 4 of Pentacles, they've shifted here. And either they're starting to get results, they're starting to get money, liberty. Could be that's the currency that this person wants the most, liberty. We'll find out. But this could be talking about you feeling imprisoned. Yeah, feeling imprisoned. And you've got the Moon card. Okay. The circles and the circles and the circles. Unbelievable. And then the Awakening. Wow. Well, I'm glad we have clarification cards. I feel like you're going in circles, reliving the same life every day, every day, every day. And you're stuck in this loop. And your reading seems to show something about surprise. They're all, do you notice? They're all in the same circle, except for this dude right there, who's totally out of the circle. Like not even any part of it is inside. Managed to get out of the circle, managed to have their own money, their own thing. That's another thing. You know, thinking about it, Fox is sometimes associated with being business savvy. So maybe for some of you, it doesn't have to be, but look at that news organization. I mean, with organization, perhaps you're stuck in a loop of work that you don't like, or you have to do the same thing repeatedly every single day. And it looks like there's something, a savvy move that you'll be making or something, or maybe this is talking about having your own business or having your own thing maybe, and it allows you to own your resources, which is time, money, the actions that you believe in taking, and so on. We do have clarification. Look at that. You've got the Four of Swords and you've got the Knight of Cups. Perhaps for some of you, this is talking about how someone is about to offer you something to help you rest because you are stuck in this loop. So maybe this is actually talking about an opportunity that will be presenting itself to you, allowing you to finally rest. Whether this is an opportunity of something that's being announced on television and you go, ooh, I can totally do that. I can totally make use of this opportunity. I can this, I can that. Or you'll be hearing some news from someone who genuinely wants to offer you something from the heart with the Knight of Cups. Is like, wow, I would love to offer you this, what is it called? I would love to offer you this business offer. We feel like you're talented or you're smart. Maybe they want your consultancy, or it could be something that comes to you out of the blue. Like, you're going about your day doing your regular job. Let's say you have one person coming from another organization or company. They notice how skilled you are, and so they offer you this. They're like, we dealt with you, we find you very skilled, we don't want you to leave your job or anything, but we would love for you to consult us. Would you consult us? Would you? And you're like, hey, that's not a bad opportunity. It's nice extra money to make, and I genuinely could help, and I love doing that. So you take it. These are just examples, by the way, just examples. But I'm kind of seeing something around what we're looking at here. So let's keep this here. Let's keep these here. Whoa! There we go. Okay. And let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So, news, organization. I want to keep it. I do want to keep it next to the cards, actually. That's how they formed. Let's keep it together. Space doesn't matter. What matters is the message. So, you've got Pluto, renewal. Ooh. The other keywords are evolution. Yeah, I feel like there's an evolution to your situation for sure. Your situation is evolving, particularly from an endless cycle. I feel like it has to do with your job or a private business sort of endeavor you're getting into, or maybe consultancy. I'm really feeling like that. But it doesn't have to be business and money. It's just what I am seeing looking at your cards. It could really be anything that you're stuck in and someone offers you a way out, because they love something about you. So you've got evolution, transformation, Scorpio, beginnings, endings. Yeah, beginnings and endings here for sure. Rebirth, turbulence, destruction, hidden power. There is a hidden blessing here. Core truths, intensity, highs and lows. So we're about to learn how this is a blessing that's about to be revealed in your life. Yeah, that fits. Okay. Like, they fit in the weirdest way, but cool. Perhaps it's going to happen for you in the weirdest way. Right, let's take a look at that. Ooh, didn't I tell you guys? I really feel it has to do with your work in this pile. So you've got Mercury in Capricorn with organization. Here we've got the goddess Hera, who's the goddess of harvest, great harvest. So I feel like you're gonna be making a lot, and there's something being organized here. You're gonna get a lot of harvest for some effort and work that you're gonna be putting in. It's almost like you're going to be planting the seeds for something, and it's going to start bringing you a lot. And the cattle and the wheat, it's like almost one thing that gets you money from different things. Could be like consultancy, but you could also be selling a book with it, and that has everything you talk about organized, workbook that allows others to follow the instructions you are showing them. I don't know. I just kind of feel like there is an opportunity coming up that allows you to make different streams of income. I feel like this Four of Pentacles in that case is talking about some form of financial independence. You're like, hey, I can make it on my own. I don't have to be stuck in this loop. Something like that. 10th house is the house of career at the end of the day. So yeah, I would be bold and say this is mostly business and money in this pile. It's just proving itself to be this way. And yeah. So let's take a look at your Enneagram, which can totally be placed here. Your Enneagram is the Independent. I rest my case. So it's under the category of character. And the keywords are self-employed, entrepreneur, guys. Guys. I'm just playing with you. Freelance, self-taught, self-sustained, freedom of contract. Telling you guys, this seems to be the thing for this pile. Love this for you. Now, what we want to do is get the details for how this is going to happen, right? All right, let's now pull out the rest of your tarot cards and get the scoop on this new news organization. Let's see what's up here. Get the news on the news. All right, so you've got the King of Swords. There's something about you being knowledgeable with the King of Swords and super in control. You have a command of what you're doing with the King of Swords. You are an expert, you have a command and a great understanding, and it seems in different ways, because the FN, what is it called? The why would I forget that? The griffin. So you've got all these different animals. It seems like you're well-rounded. You have it all put together. You don't just know about that one thing, tunnel vision. Seems like you're well-rounded. Oh, we would love for a person like that to consult us, because they understand about whatever it is that we need. Like, let's say you're a great graphic designer. So it's like, this person is great because this person is great at their graphic design and knowledge and art, and they do things in this professional, beautiful, attractive way that is needed. They have a lot of knowledge about the industry that we are in, particularly whoever's talking about you. Like, maybe you are in the health industry, like health and nutrition industry, and like, oh, this person would be perfect because they also have knowledge about healthy routines and healthy food and so on. They get it. They get they get the audience. This person is great because they are they speak the languages that we need. This person speaks the languages that we need. So yeah, we can go on and on forever. It looks like you are being seen as the perfect particular expert that this offering needs. This person who's offering this needs. No, I think I need to push this up, because here's a white space, but here the rest of the drawing needs to show. The moon. The moon on top here suggests that this is coming out of the blue. Blue moon, once in a blue moon. Something that, you know, can happen to people once in a blue moon. Like, whoa, that was great luck there. So, the King of Swords. You've got, let's take this part and that part. This is why I kept it the way it is anyways. And we've got a section there as well. So we can always use these. You've got the 8 of Cups. a miracle is about to happen. Like you feel like you're stuck, you know, the Eight of Swords. You really feel like you're stuck. How you're asking yourself, how in the world can I ever break out of a cycle like that? You're thinking. And that's what's the energy of your cards are picking up. How can it ever happen? Here we've got Moses with the stick who's about to, they're stuck. They need to cross the other side, right? They're being chased. So he, as you know, throws in the wand and the Red Sea splits into two, creating a path for him that he did not see before. And such is your story with the Eight of Cups. I see you even moving, for sure, moving out of this cycle completely and resting. Four of Swords. You're finally at peace and you're resting. A new path is created for you, is about to be created for you. And you cross from the side you're in a way you would have never thought before. Like, who would have thought the Red Sea would split into two? That kind of thing. Like, wow. A miracle is what I'm trying to say. A miracle happens for sure. It will feel like a miracle. It happens once at every blue moon. It's not something that you can advise others to do. It's not something that you can tell others, well, my dear children, work hard and one day someone will give you this amazing opportunity and you're going to leave everything. It's just a lucky, miraculous path that you got, but that does not negate the fact that obviously you've been working hard, maybe even around the clock here. This could be suggesting the clock. So if we're looking at the swords here, that's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Maybe that time is relevant for someone here listening for any reason. I am seeing it. I don't know what it's signifying, to be honest. It's too specific, but it's there. So, ooh, maybe it's the time that you're going to commit later on to something. I don't know. Or maybe it is suggesting that there is a time difference between you and the person offering you this, where you will be at a particular time and they will be in another, like in another state or another country, another province, another city, another continent even, who knows. And you will be functioning at different times. There's the moon here. Maybe it's day for you and evening for them. That's there. There's some move here. And while it may not be particularly suggesting that you'll be moving to another country, but it could be suggesting that you'll be dealing with people from another country. Yeah. Okay. The moon here again. Sure. Maybe it's suggesting you could be working a little bit in the evening. You may not like that. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, the Emperor. You're creating your own empire. You're starting now to create your own empire. Your own thing. Good for you. I love that for you. And you've got the Temperance card. For a while, you're going to be a one-man show. You're going to be doing everything on your own. Okay. But you're strong and you're building something from scratch from this great opportunity that you're getting. And you feel honored that this miracle happened. You feel valued and cherished for being seen as such an expert. You will be making money from different things pertaining to this new path. And yeah, you'll be able to handle it. Don't worry. This is the Temperance card. You'll really be able to handle all these different tasks at the same time. Okay, so let's now reread the cards and see how the news is happening. Sorry. Okay, so that's not meant to move from here, obviously. We're not going to do that. Perhaps this is meant to move. Renewal. I need to think. How is this going to happen for you? Well, I'm picking something here. Here we have King Arthur, right? And the Emperor. There's something about, dare I say, you keep getting something about only you can do this particular job. I don't know why. But remember when we talked about here how you've got all these different unique things together that makes you the perfect expert required, and the only one who can do it required for this offer. And that's why you're getting either one offer or a lot, who knows. Please, please, I would love to have you as a consultant, or I would love to have you do this job. So I guess the question, although I know it's a miracle, and I know the Wheel of Fortune, this is your great fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is turning to your favor at this point in your life. But how is it hidden is my question, because it remains to be hidden, even for me as I'm reading your cards. It remains to be hidden. How is it hidden in your life right now and is about to be revealed? We've seen all the elements, where it is, how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, and the freedom you're going to have. But the question remains, how is it going to be revealed? I guess that's how we find out about the hidden. How is it about to be revealed to you? That's the missing element that I'm not yet able to pick up. But the sword, there's something about pile number 1. They hold the sword, the King Arthur's sword. Only they know how to do it. So how is that hidden in your life? Let's see. News organization, on second thought, by the way, could be marketing. Maybe for some of you, this is you bringing the news out. Hey, I'm open to consult others, or I'm open to give my graphic design consultancy or class or something. Something like that. Let's see how that's the hidden blessing and how it's about to be revealed. Yeah, how is it about to be revealed? So, 7 of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. The Fire all of a sudden. King of Wands. The Peacock. Do you see again the uniqueness? How attractive you are to this. Like everyone's on fire here. Whoa. The Peacock himself is showing himself. Whoa. Something like that. I don't know what you're doing, but wow. 9 of Cups. Everyone's in love with you. Oh, do we love you? I don't know why you're getting that, but that seems to be the energy we're picking up here. There's something about you so majestic, so charming, so enchanting. That is just making people on fire. Something about you announce it and quickly, 8 of Wands, everyone's moving towards you. We love you. Oh my God. Or maybe, let's go with the graphic design class. So maybe you put your art out there. You continue to market your art out there. Or maybe even on social media. That's another news organization. Or maybe you're putting the news out in the magazines and newspapers. I don't know who I'm talking to. But it looks like with the 7 of Pentacles, as you do this time by time, 7 of Pentacles is not right away, by the way. It's not right away. But as you continue to do this sort of marketing or announcement over and over and over, suddenly it goes on fire. Suddenly you have people going, whoa, look at that, look at that. And you have a lot of people rushing towards you. And you would have never known that this particular skill that you have would create this huge blessing in your life. And it would create all this enamor and love towards you and who you are with the King of Wands, and how powerful you are and proficient you are, and how, yeah, everyone's like, whoa, we love you, we love your work, we love your advice, we love your designs, depending on what this is. But you've got a lot of people flocking towards you as you advertise. So you're getting these offers because you're starting to shine bright after you've been building. Yeah, we did see you're building something here. You're building something that goes on fire because many people are flocking towards you. They love you. They love what you have to offer. So that's what's about to go down in your life. Very excited for you. Let's see what else. Let's continue. You're going to be the independent person. Okay, so how about we take a scoop into this card here, which seems to be very important. It's the first card that popped up. This news coming out. So you're very unique. You're finding your unique people. They love you. And yeah, it's things going on, starts going on fire for you in a very positive way. So how do you do this news? How do you bring out this news slowly but surely with the Seven of Pentacles? Let's find that out. You've got the Four of Pentacles. Again, this is a story of the eagle that fell in love with this girl and didn't want to let her go. There's something about people going, oh, they're all for me. Pile number one is mine. People just don't want to let you go. Wow. Four of Pentacles. The amount of love in this pile. Adoration. Judgment. Yeah. It seems to me like in the beginning, you're from like right off the bat, although it may not go on fire right off the bat, but right off the bat, this reminds me of the Four of Pentacles there. You start having a few people who discover you and love you, and they are holding on to you. They're not letting go. And it seems like you're making enough to break out of this cycle in the beginning. And you continue to bring out the news. And then more people learn about you in masses with the Judgment card. Whoa, look at this shining bright. Who is this person? Who's that? Who's that? More people become aware of you. Wow, okay. And then the Tower. You're dropping. It gets so big in such a shocking way for you. You drop two things. This could be like your job, maybe even your city, who knows? But you're dropping two big things. And surprisingly, we have two cards. We can consult the cards and ask. It's going to be so big that you're going to drop two big things out of your life. That's how big it's going to get. So what are the two things that you're going to, and I was going to say about, so maybe that's just about to happen for you, that you are about to push out of your life as a consequence of this massive hysteria of love towards you. And I also want to find out why it's only you that can do something, which could be very interesting for you as well. So, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. Well, with the Ace of Swords, it's clear. That's stuck. That's that net, remember? You're breaking out of whatever kept you in the loop. So that's clear. Queen of Cups. Now, that's interesting. Why would you drop something you love? What? Well, sacrifices, my dear. Yeah, you know why it's a sacrifice? Because with the Tower card, the story of the two people falling are very different. One of them jumps out because they want to, because they see the tower shaking, they're smart, they want to get out of there. The other person keeps holding on to the last minute, so much so that they are pushed out of the tower. And so, in my opinion, one thing's coming out of your life because you're like, let's get this, let's get free from this once and for all. which is, we know, what kept you in the loop and the cycle. But there is something that you will be sacrificing. And with the Queen of Cups, oh, you love that. So you may not like hearing that, but sometimes some sacrifices must be made in order to attain the things that we want. So it's not saying that you'll have to sacrifice it forever, but it looks like you'll be sacrificing something you love for some time. Maybe we can get some clarification on what it is that you will be sacrificing. My God, by the way, this is something that you really love and desire. I'm so sorry about that. You may not like to hear that, because here we've got the bird in the Four of Pentacles. It's got a beautiful sound. What is it called? Something Dale. How can I forget the weirdest things. The nightingale, with the beautiful sound that everyone around the world would visit this emperor just to hear it. Knight of Wands is having strong desire for something. So I guess it's just something that you really love for a while. And it's you are going to choose to sacrifice it, right? Because you're going to feel so lucky that you got an opportunity to break out of this cycle. And there's something constantly about breaking out of the cycle. Do you see here? This is Alexander the Great, who broke through the knot instead of trying to figure it out and solve the problem like everyone else, just solved it by cutting through it. You've got Moses cutting through the Red Sea. There's something about cutting through the chase, or cutting through this whole endless loop, and you're really going to be thankful to get out of it and to have this an amazing opportunity and to be independent. But this means you're letting go also of something that you really love. Maybe you have a partner, for example, that you won't be seeing that often, at least in the beginning of this empire that you're building. Maybe these not seeing your children for a while because you're building this empire. Maybe this means you love where you live and you might go somewhere else that you love, of course, but you love where you are. So it's going to be like that for a while. Yeah, for a while you'll be sacrificing something that you love, but you're going to feel so privileged to cut through this cycle that you will be the one to say, hey, I can make this sacrifice. Okay, finally, I wanted to see what it is, why you're seen as so good, the only one that can do something. Perhaps that could give you more clues on what you will be offered, right? Why will you be seen as the only one? Four of Wands, the amount of love I see in your cards is crazy. People are gonna be in love with you. Queen of Wands. There's something so loving yet so charismatic about you or your work. Something so endearing, so loving, so unique. But so, I keep telling you, charismatic, enchanting. I keep saying, yeah, because not only are you super knowledgeable in this way, but it's on fire because people genuinely love you here. There's something so charming about you, enchanting about you. People just love you. They love your character. They love your art. They love what you do very much. And yeah, excuse me, this is exactly what I see here. As the hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. And this was your reading, my dear pile number 1. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I wish you the best of luck from my heart in this coming phase of your life. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at a hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. Pile number 1 was so cool. Let's see what you have. These are the decks that I will be using in your reading. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. Your significator card is the cheetah. And if you've picked your pile cheetah, suddenly I heard it cheater. Cheetah. Ooh, that could be telling us something. Right, so you've got the cheetah, and if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, as well as Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. And you know I'm going to use the invisible tarot. It's staying with us, and you guys love it. So I'll be stacking up some cards, 4 cards mainly, to see the general energy of that hidden blessing. Let's take it from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we get 2 stars? And these are moving. Perhaps these are clarification. 4 more cards. What is that? There are 5. Wow. I'm going to keep them. And hold up. Let me place the cards there. And let's see what we have for this pile. Right. So you've got the star card. And I'm hearing a golden opportunity in my mind. So anyways, you've got the star card. Yeah, wow. 8 of Cups. You're leaving something to go something better. Love that for you. Okay. 8 of Cups, leaving, letting go maybe. Letting go to get something. Letting go to get something bigger. Perhaps you're holding too tight towards something and you let it go and you get something bigger. Maybe. 2 of Wands. I feel like you're going back and forth maybe. Yeah, because there's something you're holding on to, although it could just be a stepping stone. It's not the end all be all. Ooh, and finally, is that the king or the queen? That's a 10 of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of wealth here. I love that. Or a lot of manifestation, whatever this is for you. 2 of Wands, maybe choices. Someone will be choosing you. Perhaps that's another way to look at it. But that's very interesting. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing that you're currently somewhere. You think it's the end all be all, but really it's just a stepping stone. And the star, which was the first card, means we're looking at a dream coming true in terms of the results or the wealth, depending on what this is for you, that you want. And so where you are right now seems to be a stepping stone. There's something about with the hands here, you're going to be letting go to take something better. Something like that. And speaking of taking something better, we're seeing a lot of offers here. I'm almost feeling like you are going to be bombarded with people offering you. Take me quickly. I'll send you an email. Then it's faster. Or I'll call you on the phone. That's faster. Please take mine. Take mine. Do you see? Hey, take. Can you take my offer? That's why you've got choices here. Suddenly, you will be offered many choices. Take me. Take. Wow. That's what I'm seeing for this pile. I don't know what you're doing exactly. This could be love, by the way. If No, love someone as a stepping stone? No, 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 no. That's not love. That's not love. I don't know. But I'm seeing so many people saying, please take my offer, and others racing, finding smarter solutions, smarter ways to reach you so that you would take them. Okay. I'm suddenly reminded of interviews. Maybe you're going to interview someone. Maybe you're going to hire someone that's going to help you get to the top, to where your dream is. I don't know, but that's like the kind of energy that I'm seeing here. I feel like you're stepping up. Let's call it stepping up. You're reaching further and higher. You're going somewhere higher. You're moving towards the star, towards your dream, towards your optimal wish, your optimal desire. I see that this is going to lead to you enjoying it. With the Ten of Pentacles, you get what you want and more with the Ten of Pentacles. It will manifest for you in a much bigger way than you imagine. And that's because it seems so many people are like, hey, take me, take me, take me, take me. Wow. Well, I don't know how this is a hidden blessing in your life yet. That's about to be revealed. But that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Your oracle cards. We'll find out. So excited. Anonymous threat. I feel like it's following the phone call. The phone call, like, hey, take me. Like, people are persistent even. I wouldn't go as far as saying threat, but I would say that people are persistent in asking you to take them. And cheetah, do you see the rushing? It's one of the fastest land animals. So there's a lot of rushing. There's a lot of fast movement. Take me, take me, take me. People calling you, contacting you. That could be sales for some of you. If you have your own business, that could be sales. That could be sales. You know, maybe you have like a limited edition product or something. And everyone's like, hey, can I buy it first, please? I love it, or something like that. Wow, if you have a business with such a product, you're very lucky. Well, that seems to be the situation here. Whether you have a business with a product, or you maybe someone writes about you and suddenly every company wants to hire you. Yeah, that could be a position right there, you know, becoming part of a new organization even, or the higher up of the organization. That's all there. It depends on how this is, where you are from the examples we've been discussing. Queen of Cups is like, I love you. Please take my offer. Is that the King of Cups? That's the King of Pentacles. I want to offer you more money than anyone else. I want to offer you more intellectual rights or more power than anyone else. Hey, I found you first. We can benefit each other, and we'll love the results that we both get together. You're just getting all these different offers suddenly. Okay. How is that a hidden blessing though? We'll find out. We're just being introduced. Selfless love. Service to humanity. Oh. That's so sweet. I'm getting ideas here, by the way. It looks like you are doing something out of the goodness of your heart. You genuinely care. And that's why you're getting a lot of people rushing here. Or you'll be doing something, maybe? Let's find out. Service to humanity. A humanitarian at heart. I love this pile. Okay. Can we fit this one here? Yes, we can. That's lovely. So you've got the 8th house with transformation. Things are about to transform in your life in a massive way. Birth leads to an end, like a massive beginning leads to the end of another one. You're stepping up, I see. So, ninth house, birth, death, rebirth, sex, mystery, investments, afterlife, shared resources, inheritance even, secrets, joint ventures, as well as legacy. I really feel like it's legacy here. You're creating a legacy, it seems, because of all of the offers that we're seeing in the cards here. And you having to make all these choices and you stepping up so fast towards what you want and the blessings that are coming with that. Perhaps this is talking about how you'll be able to raise all the money to help out with the cause that you love and be abundant yourself as well. Because there are two people here. You benefit others, but you're also going to be doing well yourself. And you've got Mars in Libra with choice. Do you see? You see something about choices here. Many people going, please take me. And you like have to be very careful about who you are choosing. You've got Sun in Pisces with vision. Okay, we're starting to get some ideas about what's hidden here. And Jupiter in Pisces again with seduction. 12th house, 12th house. Something is in full alignment with your spiritual path or your north node. Okay. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards so that we have a complete picture. Of what we're looking at. And let's go. So, you've got the Ten of Wands. Seven of Wands. There is a threat here. You feel like you want to be careful because you want to navigate a particular threat. Yes, of course, it's signifying all these phone calls, but you're like, since these two are together, you making the wrong choice, it seems, may be a threat later on. So you're being very careful in terms of navigating your choices. Perspective with the Hanged Man. We can fit one more card. We can. Sorry. Yeah, well, it's visible. We're not going to move anything any more than that. Okay, so we got a split here. It looks like this is our card. And you've got the Chariot. Merkaba, there's like massive transcendence. You see, you're going very high up and you're taking something with you very high up. What are you doing? I'm so curious now. Wow, it looks like you've got highly aware of an overall picture that you have in your mind that you see very well, and you want to follow that. So let's just focus on what we're looking at, and then we'll find out how it's hidden and about to be revealed, right? So I do foresee a massive transformation that's about to happen in your life. Perhaps it even started in August, the Lionsgate, because of the 12, 12, and 8. It just reminds me of repetitive numbers, and 8. Just an intuitive feeling, doesn't have to be true. Or maybe the solar eclipse, the coming solar eclipse, all of this light, maybe in the next solar eclipse for some of you. If you're watching this later, that's like a few days, or the month you're watching this in. It seems like there is a massive, massive transformation, a new beginning, an end of something and a beginning of something else, and you can see it here as well. The massive transformation that's leading to so many people wanting for you to pick them. What are you doing though? You're doing something out of your heart, you know? It's funny. Because when you actually do something from the heart and you genuinely care, and that becomes your most care, you do something with such quality, you tend to get so many opportunities that nobody else around you would otherwise get. So there's something about what you're doing, and you really care about others. You could be a doctor, by the way, or a nurse, but you really care in your profession or whatever you're doing. You put your heart in there. People are what matter to you, or maybe animals or plants. But in any case, you have a cause that you genuinely care about. And it seems like you have this big vision of it. And you can't help with the 12,000 Pisces. You can't help but just find yourself moving towards it. You can't, it seems you've already picked it up, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we're looking at something you've already picked up, for most of you at least. And you're just following it blindly because your heart is telling you to do that. You really love it, you genuinely care, and you've already started that. And initially, it's taking a lot of effort from you with the Ten of Wands, but you can't help but move towards it. And it looks like with the Eight of Cups, you're leaving. This means that you've been in this state with the Ten of Wands for quite some time, just overlooking your vision. You know exactly what you're doing, where you want to go. This whole thing is clear in your mind. And it's so clear because you know you're doing something so good. Yeah, you know you're doing something so good. So, wow, what a lovely pile. And so you have been working hard, very hard. It's a heavy load. Maybe this is something you're doing on top of your job even. Or maybe this is your job. But in order to do it properly like that, you work hard. You could be a parent, by the way. You could be a parent and you're working so hard to do the best for your children. Selfless love. Then suddenly, something moves quickly. Like all of a sudden. It shocks you, I think, even. How fast things, because we've got the contrast here. The juxtaposition of the cards suggests that something is absolutely stuck versus something moving very quickly. And this is where I'm getting the idea that something suddenly runs. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was heavy, it was slow. You were the only one that cared. There may be a little few more. You know, you're doing your thing from your heart, and suddenly, bam, something moves quickly. And you're like, whoa, how can I handle all this? Suddenly, you're getting a surge of requests. Take me, I want to volunteer. Take me, take me, take me. I want to be part of this. Choose me, pick me. And you've got all these choices. So what happens becomes the question here. What suddenly happens that leads to all of these requests that you have to pick from? What happens here? What causes this transformation? That sudden transformation. Okay, not this one. Well, someone picks up on what you're doing, maybe? Someone higher up sees you, Four of Pentacles. Although this is not the meaning of the Four of Pentacles, and it looks like that from the art of the card. We'll find out in a moment. Opportunity. Maybe someone sees an opportunity to amass something. That's why you're being very careful. Oh, perhaps suddenly you become popular in your area and other greedy people want to make use of that opportunity, and that's what you're worried about. You're like, no, I want to keep this sacred. I want to keep this helping others. Wow, I love your story. I want to make sure that I continue to take care of what I'm taking of. Then you've got, so perhaps you become popular all of a sudden, but here that's what you're avoiding. You're like, no, we got to be careful to see whose heart is genuinely into this. Wow, what are you doing? 10 of Cups is a happy family. So it looks like the people of similar hearts start attracting each other with the 10 of Cups here. It's like, hey, there's this person who does this. Would you like to volunteer? Would you like to be part of this? Oh, I love that. And so by time, the people surround or are rooting for what you're doing. And the more with the 10 of Cups, people are rooting for what you're doing, the more the hungry or greedy ones start looking around what you guys are doing. Inspiration of Pentacles. It looks like you're doing something entirely new. And you're even teaching people how to do it properly. So I don't even want to say there aren't many like you who are doing things the way you're doing it. I want to say you're the only one who is doing what you're doing the way you're doing it. And the reason for this is clear, because you genuinely care. So for some reason or the other, with the lamp here, the light, you become known because many with the 10 of Cups. That's a happy family, happy community, big happy community that are swimming around you or are watching you, observing you. They're becoming part of your community now, and your community becomes bigger, which attracts a lot of greedy people who are trying to hunt down an opportunity from this whole kind situation. This is going to happen quickly, it seems, for you. That's going to happen very quickly. Suddenly people are going to be aware of you. They're going to learn about you. So how are they learning about you? Let's go again. How are they learning about what you're doing? The Moon. Oh, it's like, it's not through something. The Moon is hidden, which means, in my opinion, looking at the context of the reading, word of mouth, it's not like something advertised at all. It's like kind of like if you know kind of situation. If you know. Each one telling their loved ones, their friend, another person that may be interested, and that's how it's happening quickly for you. It's word of mouth, in my opinion. Ace of Wands. Yeah, passion. It's through the medium of passion. One passionate person telling another. Eight of Swords, in a tight community. Yeah. Each one telling the one they're tied to or close to, hey, come with me. I'm grabbing you with me. Hey, I'm grabbing you with me. Each one, through excitement and word of mouth, grabs someone else. And so the 4 become 8 and the 8 becomes 16 and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's like duplicating because each one is grabbing another one constantly with them. Through with the Ace of Wands and the Moon, emotions and passion. This is so good. This person cares. They're doing this. That's their vision. They're a light in this world. They want to do that. They want to do this. And after a lot of word of mouth, a lot of people gather, which instantly attracts also the opposite, the people who just want an opportunity. That's why now with all of these people, it presents in itself with the star card a massive opportunity for you to fulfill that vision and move towards your 12th house, towards what you're meant to achieve. But it's tricky because, just as we've discussed, you want to be careful. And some people here, take me, take me, take me, and others are rushing. Some of them may go, hey, if you don't take me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? So that's how desperate people are to take that opportunity, because they see you in a bright light. They see you like a star. You're leveling up very fast, and you see the 10 of Pentacles. This is manifestation for whatever you're creating, and obviously there's huge manifestation of money which you deserve that others are trying to take for themselves and from this kindness. So now you are in this pickle. I have to be very careful, and study things meticulously in terms of the choices that I'm making, because a lot of it are either desiring it because they want something, or they are desiring it because that's the truth, that's their truth, and I have to distinguish between which is which. So you're going to spend some time making choices to find out who are the ones that deserve to be part of this amazing transcendence, this amazing path, divine path that you are in. In fact, it was the star card that popped up first in your reading, which is talking about your popularity. So suddenly, and maybe you didn't even want it, or not that you didn't want it, maybe you that's not why you were doing what you were doing. You weren't expecting it at all, and suddenly you're shining bright like a star, like the sun. So people love you. So it's funny that people love you was in pile number 1 as well. If you want to expand your reading, it was a different reading, but you will understand it and how it's speaking to you. And also I'm thinking, why all this love and whoa, thanks, and all these piles. And then I remember I did read that Venus is in Virgo, so perhaps this is love due to hard work. Maybe, yeah, could be people who have been doing the hard work in whichever area are being loved now. That's the season, it seems. And although pile number 1 story is different, very different, but you've got that element. Yeah, you definitely have that element in common. So, where were we? We were asking about... Got so lost. Oh, the choices. We were looking at the choices. So, what are you going to do with the choices, and what is your guidance with the choices? What are you going to do to mitigate? Oh, first of all, yes, they would. Yes. So, what are you going to do with the choices? Let's see that first. And what is your guidance? Wheel of Fortune. You're going to take your time. You're not going to rush, because that's a maze. And the awesome thing about the maze is that if you keep walking, you're eventually going to come out. So you're like, we're going to eventually find the right people. There's no need to rush and just pick someone. We don't need to go somewhere quickly. I don't have to be rushed by all these people. Taking one's time will reveal everything. It will reveal everything. So maybe you're putting people through tests, or maybe you're asking them to do some particular things, and you're assessing what they're doing, where they get lost in the system that you're creating. And only the ones that come out are the ones that seem to really care about this cause. Wheel of Fortune. So you're taking your time. 6 of Cups. Also, there's something about, it's not just materialistic assessment. There's something about your ability to grasp the soul with the 6 of Cups. You can feel who genuinely cares. You're at least able to know the ones who you can't miss, that absolutely care, that seems to have a good heart, that seem to be innocent with the Six of Cups, you see? So these you can take out, choose easily, and then everyone else goes through that funnel. The moon. Intelligence, your intelligence. There's an inner knowing to you here. I'm starting to notice. You're someone who just knows. Intuition, strong intuition. The ones who seem very like into it and they love it. You can't miss these. So intuition, a mix of intuition, strong tests that you're not rushing through, and as well as the ones that are very obvious. There are people who are very obvious. And finally, what is your guidance in this choosing process? Because after this choosing assessment, you're going far. Oh my God, that's the reason you're getting all this rush. So what is your guidance? Synchronicity. And the Six of Swords. Your guidance is very clear. This is your 12th house. This is where you're meant to go exactly. Your soul knows the way. And so you will be seeing synchronicities all the time, messages, synchronicities. Follow your intuition because it is your soul speaking. And that's what you're doing exactly here. As well as putting the system, you're also following to a great extent your intuition, and it is saying follow your intuition. Your soul will take you there. It can't be missed. There's the boat and there's the boat. It can't be missed. Just follow your intuition and you'll find yourself there. Don't worry about, just be careful, that's all. Be careful with the roaming here. But yes, if you're following your intuition and what you feel, what you know, just inner knowing, and yes, you have, of course, that test and assessment of who can outlast whatever test you're putting, then they can join too. But you're going to make it, my dear pile number 2. You're going to be able to fulfill this vision fully, manifest it, and you will be also rich. And my dear pile number 2, whatever resources, what richness for you could be love of people, but it is the Pentacles, and it is a card of great wealth. So yeah, massive wealth, massive fortune in this, and it is really because of your great love. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. My heart's with you. Thank you for the kindness you have for the world. We are lucky to have people like you. Thank you. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, as you know, we're taking a look at your hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. Can't wait to find out what is going to be revealed for you. I love these readings. Pile 1 and pile 2 were very exciting. Let's see what you have. So these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. Excuse the background noises. It's a bit windy today. These last few days were very windy. But yeah, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, oh, 2 cards. Let me introduce your pile to you. Why are you that far off? There we go. If you've picked your pile, okay, I went too far here. Your crystal is the beautiful rainbow aura quartz. Your significator card is the panther. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Something colorful showed up. Well, it didn't anymore. So I'm going to stack up 4 cards as we've done with the other piles. It looks like it's 5 for you. Oh, you too. You're getting the 10 of Pentacles. Love this for you. Okay. And they will give us an idea of what the main energy is of this hidden blessing that's about to be revealed. Okay, so I think we are pretty much ready. Let's take a look at these cards. So you've got the Page of Cups. Something regarding children, maybe? Anyways, Two of Wands. I know what I'm about to say is weird, but I picked something here about your child, moving your child from one school to another. Weird. Just heard that, saw it, and got the idea. Not heard it, got the idea. Okay, so Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Alternatively, this could be your inner child. Anywho, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords and Two of Wands is kind of like choice paralysis. Yeah, what is it called? Choice paralysis, I think, yeah. And then you've got the Six of Swords. And look at the figure fitting right next to the figure of the Six of Swords. There's the Eight of Swords, blue man. And then we place the Six of Swords, and what was once stuck is now starting to move. Wonderful. So let's start analyzing what this could be. What is the hidden blessing in your life? Okay, so we know this is about to move. Let's just keep it there for a moment so we can clearly look at the cards. Okay. You're going to have another choice. You're going to go for another option. Although you were in choice paralysis mode, this other choice is going to be very blissful for you because it's going to reap more results than you are even expecting. And so once you take that choice, you're going to be surprised that what wasn't moving is suddenly starting to move. So that's the gist of the energy that I'm seeing here. So the hidden blessing seems to be in making another choice than the one you could be strictly making and holding on to. Maybe this is not choice paralysis, although it could also be. We can expand on that in a moment. But perhaps you aren't making any other choices. You're like hanging on to something. You don't want to look at anything else. And it's suddenly looks to you like, oh my God, why was I preventing myself with all this abundance, with this huge blessing, by simply just taking another choice? Why was I so stuck with something? You know, like for example, being so stuck. And this is not financial advice. I know nothing about this. Just so you know, this is just a tarot reading. So like, for example, you're so stuck on a particular stock or investment that's not making anything, and you keep investing and reinvesting. And by simply shifting your investment and opening your mind towards something else, suddenly money starts pouring into your life. It starts moving. So that's just a quick example to translate the energy that I'm seeing. You're holding on too tight, choosing something like it's the end all be all. And it looks to me like you will be eventually making a different choice, showing a blessing that you could be benefiting from in your life that you can't see with the Eight of Swords. And once you shift your attention or make a different choice, you start going, my God, this was there all along. I didn't get all these benefits all along because I did not make that choice. So that is the sort of energy from a broad perspective looking at your cards. Let's now explore your reading. I'm so curious. What is the Panther saying? Because the Panther reminds me of being a great hunter, ruthless, right? But let's check what the Panther is saying here. I must have read it sometime in the past. Annihilation of the unnecessary, purging. Yeah, do you see? You're purging this old choice that wasn't working for you. So the panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnate. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they've made us better people. Trust that the panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. It almost reminds me of a parent who shuts the television or the video game, and you're like, no. And the parents like, you're not gonna play until you finish your homework, and you're very upset. But once you finish your homework, you start playing again, and you're very thankful that your parent did that, that you went the next day to school, you were one of the ones who handed in their homework, you understand what's going on in class, you are following up, you're doing great, and you can only think that you could have been in other people's shoes who are lost now and have been called off, even are not following up, are not getting the grades. It's kind of like that. I'm seeing that it's about to be revealed, and you might not like that, but it's not such a bad thing. It's going to be revealed through something that pushes you to actually make the other choice, because you wouldn't have otherwise. You see, you're debilitated here with the Eight of Swords. So something in your life pushes you to make that different choice, and then you go, oh, thank goodness I took this other choice. I'm happy this worked out the way it did. Okay, so I don't know where in your life this is. We'll explore. We'll get more information about what this is, but I'm happy we get an overall idea of what we're looking at. Great. So let's continue. Vote. So we've got politician. Hello. What's up today? Is there a face? Okay, guys, I don't know what's wrong. Why I can't suddenly show you the card about it. What about if we do that? Yeah. So, politician, vote. Okay. I'll fix it. I can see what's going on. All right, guys, I won't be bringing up the cards because I don't know what's up with the camera today. But the camera lens today. So you've got the Enneagram, high ideals. It's under service to humanity. Are you kidding me? Pile number 2 had something about service to humanity. So if you're drawn to pile number 2, it will make sense to you how these two readings connect, and that's the magic of tarot. But yeah, they're definitely connected for some of you. And the keywords here are serving the community. Definitely recommend pile number 2 to you. High ethical standards, sense of order, judge, architect, as well as quality controller. Okay. And then you've got the Enneagram, precision, under the category of talent. And the keywords are professional conscience, professional ethics, reliability, work quality, thoroughness, organization skills. So we kind of see that you're someone all about quality. You're a person who's all about quality, precision, things done well. You're a very reliable person. So that's something we're seeing here. Maybe others are voting for you. Hold up. Are you telling me that this is people making a different choice and choosing you? Could be. Let's see. Saturn. So the main keyword is discipline, and the other keywords are structure. You see, responsibility, Saturday, Capricorn, restriction, obstacles, trials, hard work, self-discipline, integrity, patience. Yeah, we definitely see a lot of that here. You've got Venus in Cancer with birth. How about we take this one? You've got Ghost with Spirit. It almost reminds me like there is an energy that's waiting to find a vessel to manifest, and you're the vessel. It's exactly what I'm seeing here. Okay, you've got Mercury in Pisces with Inspiration, sorry. And you've got Moon in Scorpio with Power. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. This way we finally have a complete picture of what we're looking at. Let's get into the details now. Yeah, if you hear any background noise, it's windy today. My apologies. Okay, so Queen of Swords, sorry, sitting in the Empress throne. King of Swords, Queen of Swords and King of Swords. Wow. It kind of, because the swords are the mind, kind of reminds me of right brain, left brain. I don't know why, but it does. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the creativity with the Empress chair and the structured thinking of the left brain with the King of Swords. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, my apologies, as well as, ooh, the Strength card, you see? Trying to get out, talk about stuck, like something's got a huge grasp on you. Or something will have a huge grasp on you, forcing you to want to leave in order to move in the other direction. Just some thoughts. Now that we have some idea, looking at the different energies at play, let me look at your cards and show you what I'm seeing here. No, I kind of think that this voting is not others voting for you. It's like the circumstance and its grasp on it, this new thing with the Ace of Pentacles and how you're finding out it has a grasp over you, like hidden power over you, that's hard lesson. You're like, no, you understand as you're holding on to something how it can hold on to you, and you're like, no, 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 I don't want it anymore. And so you vote yourself out of it. You vote for something else, something about you're thinking about things too pragmatically, and you have hard beliefs with the King of Wands, the background here, like you're very passionate about this direction, only to start realizing that you want to be more lenient and more creative in how you approach this particular situation. So what is this situation? It seems like there's new creativity that is waiting to be birthed, but because you are not giving it its vessel and you're so structured, this has to be done at this time and it has to be done like that, and your cards already describe how you have high ideals and high standards, you love quality, you really care with serving humanity, you really care, you have these you feel responsible, you work hard, you're very thorough, you're very organized, you see, which is amazing. But in your efforts to continuously do the right thing at the right time, with the precision and the quality and the care that you have, and energy needs to be birthed, and energy doesn't have to be person, right? Like this ghost isn't a person necessarily. although it could be for some of you, it could be talking about birth. But anyways, in my opinion, this is talking about the energy of creation, of life, waiting to be birthed. So you following like a creative idea, you give vessel for this life to come into your creativity and form something. That could be an organization, that could be a service or a product that you create, that could be a new venture, right? So when it comes to your work particularly, you're so adamant and strict about how you do things that you're not giving space for this spirit to be birthed. There's a creative idea waiting for you to be channeled. Something about the solar eclipse during that time, it's going to happen. It's going to happen during that time. Why it's going to happen? Something will push you to be even more stuck where you are. And this is what's going to wake you up and go, no, I don't want to be stuck here. Forcing you to go, what creative things can I do to not be stuck in this situation? You realize how much stuck it's making you feel. And thus will force you to think outside of the box. And suddenly, when you start thinking outside of the box, that during the solar eclipse, that spirit finally is born, because you're giving it the vessel through this idea that you're channeling. You're being inspired here to be birthed. So let's say it's a book, for example. You going, oh, I could write a book. And then that becomes finally the spirit in forming into the book you're writing. It was waiting for you to pick up on that creative idea all along. And maybe you're not writing your book because you're working on another one, trying to finish a sequel. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. But all I know, let's not get carried away with the particular example, right? We understand the energy now. All I can tell you is that you're so stuck in a way of doing something. And it's almost like the universe here is saying, oh, you're stuck? Well, let me show you what stuck looks like. I'm laughing. I'm so sorry, but I'm just laughing at the humor of the universe sometimes. And so let's show pile number 3 what stuck really is. And so now that you're stuck, you're like, no, I don't want it like that. I don't want to do that. And so this forces you to think now outside of the box. You're going to start using your right brain, metaphorically speaking, or maybe actually. You're going to go, right, well, since this is the disadvantage of the situation that I'm in, although it's right, it has a lot of disadvantages that you can now see. How can I, right brain, left brain, how can I do what I do with the quality that I do, with the way that I want to service others with, but without being stuck like that? And there comes the birth of a creative blessing. It's there, it's hiding in your life because it's already there. You're just not picking it up. It's waiting for you to pick it up. And the reason you're not picking it up, you could have otherwise picked it up just like that, is because you're so busy following a strict, I want to say, schedule or strict method, a strict strategy that you think is great and you don't want to, for one reason or the other, like come out of something like that. So your inner child has a huge role here, because it is the excitement of and the creativity of your inner child that will free you as an adult from the grasp of something that you don't want to find yourself in. It will be your inner child that will save you. It will be your creativity that will save you. And that's going to be a hard lesson, because you're going to go, right, from now on, I understand that there's always room for change, room for improvement, room for creativity, room for having a balance, not just going one way or the other. There must be balance, there must be structure, but there must be a bit of creativity. Otherwise, one thing or the other will have a full grasp on me. And that is the new beginning, the beginning of you receiving a big blessing. So let's see what your big blessing, now that we have all of these details, is actually going to be once you have this, once you manifest or channel this idea waiting to be birthed. And it seems like it's going to happen around the time of the solar eclipse, the coming solar eclipse. If you're watching this later, it's within the next week, it seems, for you. So, what is this blessing? Two of Swords. You won't be able to fully understand what this blessing is because you're refusing to look as of now. But this is the background of the Two of Wands, which ironically is the card of seeing. So something about you will understand how much of a big blessing this is once you start seeing what this creative idea can offer you. So even if you can kind of imagine now or have a broader idea, you won't be able to get into the detail and see just how much of a big blessing this is until you channel this idea. That said, we will still expand and pick up on as much energy as possible to see what this blessing is going to be like. Whoa, it's a new beginning of abundance and creativity with the Fool card, with the Empress standing in the Fool cliff. Yeah, it's a new beginning of creativity and abundance. The Empress, you will almost park in abundance. Another Empress card. So much so that it allows you to park your car, your vehicle, journey vehicle, in a place, in a spot that is very favorable. You are parking in a place that is abundant and creative and a lot of fun. That's nice. It's a very nice place to be, for sure. What else are we getting about this abundance? Three of Pentacles. And they share the Three Musketeers. So, something about this new beginning. Oh, yes. How did we forget? You're someone who's a humanitarian, service to humans. So, in this new creative idea, funny enough, you'll be able to serve, see the same three people. You'll be able to serve your community better, your people, the people you care about, much better, where it's equally fair for everyone, perhaps fair for you, fair for them. Everyone gets to benefit in a very favorable way. Which means that this could actually also lead to people choosing your inner child's creative idea, going, yeah, we love how you do this service in this way. Thank you. So to you, you're like, oh my God, it equally works out for all of us. It works out better for me. It works out better for everyone. Why was I so stubborn in my old ways? And we know your old ways has to do with the system that you have been following ruthlessly. Very nice. So let me recap here. Remember, how is it about to be revealed? Oh, you're going to channel it. Right, you're going to be channeling it these days. Did we take a look at how it's going to have a grasp over you suddenly? Like keep you even more stuck? I think we talked about it, but we may not have expanded as far as I remember. We've been talking a lot. I forgot what we expanded on. I don't think we have, but we could pull out 2 cards to see. kind of feel like we have, but maybe it was me talking about it. I think it was more me, like, yeah, noticing and talking about it. But perhaps you need more details. So, do you see your refusal to take the creative idea? I'm mind blown. How can cards, like, I'm years and years and years, and it still, like, flabbergasts me. How can the cards continue to say the same thing? It's crazy. You're gonna get stuck because you're refusing to take that idea. It's waiting for you. It's like spirit or an energy waiting for to be birthed, and you're like not moving. You're not moving. You're refusing it because that's the background of the Four of Cups. You're just refusing it. So now that you're refusing it, Page of Swords. It's beginner's error. Yeah, you pay for a beginner's error. It's not an expert move what you're doing here. Experts would tell you otherwise. They would tell you it's wrong to keep doing that because you find yourself cornered in this way. So while you might think that's strategy and smart, it's actually showing you that it's pretty naive or unexperienced. Maybe not naive with the page, but inexperienced at least. It's lack of experience, and you're learning it now. So how are you going to be cornered? What's going to happen that's going to make you more stuck? I feel like there's no room. Suddenly you find yourself with no room to move. There's no more options to take, it seems. Yeah, no more options. Or something. I need to think. You know, I actually have a great example. You know how when you have a little child who's still learning something and doesn't want to, like, do something for their own good, and then you have one of the parents say, leave them. They will finish this soon, and they will realize that it was better for them to carry the whole thing instead of going back and forth all the time. They will eventually reach this conclusion. Don't even interfere. So the child is stubborn and like, no, I don't want to take all of them. I just want to take this one. And now the parents are like, do what you want. So the child goes back and forth, until eventually they realize, I don't want to keep going back and forth. I want all of my toys together. So they give this sneaky side eye look with the tongue in cheek, and they pick up more things. And then the parents are like, ooh, we're seeing you're liking this idea now. No, I don't like it. I just want to get... So something like that. I feel like it's simply just you gaining more experience, being subjected to new experiences that teach you, albeit the hard way here, that is not so intelligent after all. Although you're someone who prides themselves in great work and great quality, it's not the right thing for everyone, actually. And I think here you're gonna now, when you're so cornered with no more room or moves left, you're gonna go, oh, yeah, you're gonna finally reach that conclusion. Yeah, we need to be more creative because that's not gonna work. Yeah, and that is exactly the hidden blessing in your life that's about to be revealed. It will change everything for you. Do you see? You're gonna go, gosh, I should have made this choice a long time ago. Why did I waste all of this time? But this is all experience for you, and things are gonna be abundant, fun. You're parking there, and you're gonna be able to help others better. This is exactly what I see. Yeah, that's the Virgo, that's Venus in Virgo for sure. So this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. If you're wondering why I said Virgo and Venus in Virgo, it's because that's what's happening these days. As I've been learning from astrologers, it's not me saying, but that as I've learned, Venus is entering Virgo. So all the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 3. I'm rooting for you. I'm so happy you'll be parked somewhere amazing soon. That's lovely to see. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.